Thanks so much for joining us here in the Fox 4 Weather Center. I want to bring you the latest update on Tropical Storm Francine. Now, something of interest this morning. It's still a tropical storm, so you might be wondering, okay, well, when's it going to become a hurricane? Likely later on this afternoon or this evening, but here's what happened this morning. You see this giant bloom of convection here on the northeastern side? That kind of offset it. Overall, that convection has been very lopsided for most of the day, and because of that, we just haven't seen that organization necessary for this system to reach hurricane status just yet. That's good news, though, because that means that for the most part, the likelihood of it becoming a Category 2 or higher upon landfall for coastal Louisiana, that likelihood is starting to drop. It's now more likely that it will be making landfall as a Category 1. Nonetheless, still posing some major threats, especially in terms of storm surge for parts of coastal Louisiana, where 5 to 10 feet of surge will be a possibility. Even for spots like Lake Pontchartrain, we could still see those waters rise by 3 to 5 feet near New Orleans. So here's the latest information. Sustained winds still 65 miles per hour, gusts to 75, progressing off toward the north and east. Landfall is expected tomorrow as a Category 1 right around lunchtime, midday near the Morgan City area. So really right there for the central Louisiana coastline. Thereafter, the tropical storm force winds expected to impact Jackson, Mississippi before those remnants move into the Midwest late week. And then, of course, the threat for flooding will be a bigger concern. Now, as for us here in Florida, we won't be dealing with any negative effects from this system, but certainly our friends here, even from coastal Texas and especially Louisiana, will be facing the threat for those tropical storm force winds. So putting this timeline into motion right here around 9 a.m., that's when those tropical storm force winds will first reach the Louisiana coastline. Then, of course, hurricane force winds near New Iberia right here around 5 o'clock. And then as soon as that system makes landfall, we'll quickly see those winds subside and dissipate. The good news, though, for us here in Southwest Florida, will actually be on the drier side of the system. So if anything, actually later this weekend, we can actually see slightly lower rain chances because of its setup. Now, there are two other waves of energy. We are still monitoring this one here in the central Atlantic, now down to a 30% probability of further development. And then this wave here, that's just to the west of the Cabo Verde Islands. It's going to be merging with another wave rolling off the coast of Africa. High probability of becoming our next depression or storm next week. Definitely something we'll be watching closely. But for now, Southwest Florida, we are in the clear. After all, today is the climatological peak of hurricane season.